We have grown far too easy in our church culture for us to shape the way we live according to our comfortability. We shape our church functions according to our comfortability. We would rather be seeker sensitive than present sensitive. As you read through Exodus gives a description of the tent of meeting or the tabernacle from God's eye view and not ours. You say, what do you mean? It starts from the inside in explanation and works out. We say, why is that important? Because it ought to let us know then, if God was giving inspiration for this thing to be communicated and to be translated in the Word, if he was speaking from inspiration, what he desired for his people and what he commanded for his people, I would believe that when the Lord speaks, it's very important. And so what he says first would matter. And so the explanation he begins to give of the tent of meeting or of the tabernacle does not start from where the common man is. It starts from where he is. And he begins to give an explanation about how it's to look from the inside out, which ought to tell you and I what becomes the most important thing for God is the place where he dwells. So what should become the most important thing for you and I is not where you and I should feel comfortable in dwelling. It's only where we're called beyond our comfort place to enter into a place where he's comfortable in dwelling. We have grown far too easy in our church culture for us to shape the way we live according to our comfortability. We shape our church functions according to our comfortability. We would rather be seeking, I'm not trying to embarrass nobody. We would rather be seeker sensitive than present sensitive. I would rather market to the masses than turn my back on the masses and market to the Father. I'm not trying to gain people. I'm trying to gain presence. Because watch, it's how we've been corrupt in the thinking, the belief that if we can lift ourselves up high enough, it will draw all men unto us. And the reality is if I can turn my back on man and lift him higher, he gives a promise that I will draw all men unto me. And so now we have to erase our thoughts. It's why I believe God was leading us to this place, that we get out of a temple mindset, that we break down stone structures, that we break down static things, that we break down our idea of what it looked like to be immovable and get back to a place where we can be palpable and we can be shaped to be moved under the sensitivity of the Spirit with God. And so God says, okay, well, if you're going to move with me, you got to start where I am. Because in order for you to arrive at a destination, you must first locate where you are. So in order to begin to move with God, it's not that I need to locate where I am. It's that I need to locate where he is in my life. And then I begin to recalibrate myself to him. Are you following me? It's making sense. And so if God is speaking in the importance of the tabernacle from the inside out, then all these things are great and all these things are necessary. But I cannot stop at this place because I'm trying to press into where God is. I want to know where he's at. I want to know what he desires. I want to know what real intimacy with him looks like. So I must push past what I'm okay with doing or what I'm comfortable with doing to press into the presence of the Lord. And that requires a shift in our life, in a garment change.